Rain was added to Mortal Kombat 11 for Kombat Pack 2, and the world rejoiced. Finally, fans could play their beloved character after almost a decade of waiting, and the Prince of Edenia's attacks looked cooler than ever thanks to MK11's amazing graphics. However, after a couple of days, fans realized that Rain's damage was low, like really low, bottom 3 damage in the game. Even if you pulled off a long combo that looked really flashy, the damage just wasn't there, which felt really strange because Rain's combo damage was unmatched in MK9. The guy could take away half your health bar without even having to spend a meter. So today, let's look back on the insane damage of yesteryear and how much Rain was nerfed in MK11. But first, here's a quick word from today's sponsor. Keeping your online data safe is very important, and nobody does it better than NordVPN. Every time I go online, I use NordVPN to ensure that my online data remains private. And then on top of that, wait. This show isn't available in my country. Oh yeah? Watch this. Bam! NordVPN lets you change your location and watch whatever shows you want. Because believe it or not, streaming services like Netflix have different shows depending on where you live. Which means if you change your country location with NordVPN, you gain access to literally every show that Netflix has to offer. And the same thing is true for video games. Certain countries will ban a particular game, but guess what? Just change your location and now you can download that game anyway. That's the magic of NordVPN. You gain access to a bunch of different content. No show or video game is off limits. In fact, changing your country can even give you access to special discounts that only certain countries offer. So what are you waiting for? Use my link down below to get an exclusive deal on NordVPN. It's a great discount and offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can try it risk-free for 30 days. Don't waste another day without NordVPN. It gives you access to a bunch of new shows, a bunch of awesome new games, and plus on top of all of it, your data remains completely safe. So once again, I highly recommend trying out NordVPN today. Alright, so to begin, we're going to start off with a simple combo. Pretty much every Rain player could learn this combo in the first 10 minutes or so of playing the character, and it still did some really good damage. Look at that, 35%. That's pretty good for a basic combo. A lot of characters can get 35% damage from mid-screen, but typically it's a more optimal combo. Not with Rain. That's his baby combo. And the thing about Rain is, he has so many special moves that extend combos. He has the water bubble, he has the lightning strike, and he has the super kick, all of which can extend combos for more damage. Or put simply, whenever Rain touched you, he got a guaranteed combo every single time because the guy just had so many ways to keep things going. And you don't actually have to end the combo with his water spray, it just happens to restand the opponent, which is really good at a competitive level. But if damage is all you wanted, then just do the geyser kick instead. It does more damage. In fact, it does more damage even if you just do the first hit of his can string. But anyway, I digress. Now it's time to talk about the exploit, because Rain had so many glitches that gave him access to even more damaging combos. And these glitches mainly involve his uppercut. You see, most characters in this game cannot combo after their uppercut because it has such long recovery. However, once you have the opponent cornered or near the corner, there are some exceptions. But here's the thing, Rain doesn't even need the corner. He can combo after his uppercut regardless. And it's those uppercut combos that give him access to the craziest damage in the game, at least for not spending meter and not requiring resets. This guy's regular combo damage is ridiculous. So first up, we have the lightning exploit, and this was by far the easiest and most consistent because all you gotta do is dash under them, wait a little bit, and then uppercut. And look at that, instead of the opponent flying away, they went over my head, which means they're close enough to dash forward and then keep the combo going. And if you pull that off successfully, you got damage like this, which once again is nuts for no meter. Look at that, 40% damage, no bar required, and the combo's not even difficult. Well, for a more experienced player, it's not difficult. At the casual level, it's a bit tricky, but trust me, it's really not that difficult. I can do it while talking to you, and I'm not that crazy of a gamer, and even I can do it consistently after a bit of practice. And in fact, I think the combo can be a bit longer. It's trickier, but I think you can squeeze out a bit more damage, but I could be wrong. Yeah, look at that, 44%. I'm so glad I remembered that. That's some insane damage for no meter. And keep in mind, that damage is after the nerf. Rain did even more damage beforehand. At least I think my game is updated to the fullest version. I don't see why it wouldn't be, and I'm still getting 44% for no meter. But we're still not done, because next up we have the second setup, and this has to do with his water bubble. In case you don't know, this gives me complete control over the opponent. I can move them away, I can move them towards me, behind me, all that amazing stuff. It's much better than Mortal Kombat 11. In that game you gotta spend a meter, and you can only send them to certain parts of the screen. You can't move them freely, but in this game you can. Which means, once again, we have an uppercut exploit. Now, I think the developers tried to remove it, and therefore it's very tough to do consistently, but it is still possible to put the opponent in that sweet spot over your head and then uppercut them to keep the combo going. Look, there it is, got it to happen. I did the wrong special move, but you get the idea. The combo is still there, it's just much trickier to do. Before the update, you could put the opponent right about here, and it worked consistently every single time, but now it requires a lot more finicking. I have to fight the camera a bit and force him to go a bit higher and then go for the uppercut, and even then, sometimes it delays your uppercut. So yeah, this method is a lot less consistent, but it did lead to way more damage. I'm going to try to replicate it. Ooh, look at that, and we're getting 49%, almost 50, and I don't even know if that was optimal. And you might be thinking, oh, well, Combo Breaker exists, so the high damage isn't that big of a deal as long as I have 2 bars, but on the contrary, if I do the EX bubble, check it out, it drains the opponent's meter, which means if used correctly, Rain can deny your Combo Breaker every single time. You have to hold all that damage, get ready to lose half your health bar. And you know what, just for fun, let's do a quick corner combo, because I want you all to see how ridiculous these combos get in the corner. They're so silly. Boom, look at that, 42%. Once again, didn't cost me any meter, and this combo is still in the game, and it's not even tough to do. You can do it pretty consistently. And you know what? I better talk about Rain's X-Ray as well, because just like every other tool in Rain's arsenal, this X-Ray is great for extending combos, and that's pretty rare in this game. Even for characters who can combo after their X-Ray, it requires expert timing, like a frame-perfect dash and then attack as early as possible. That's not the case for Rain. You can easily combo after this thing, it's not difficult at all, and that's because the developers wanted you to combo after it. However, as you can see, the damage is certainly not worth it. We're only getting 50% for 3 bars of meter, and as you've already seen, Rain can get that without spending bar at all. So sadly, just like 99% of characters in this game, spending X-Ray for a combo is almost never worth it. However, don't misunderstand, Rain can still use meter during his combos, either to get a bit more damage or to extend his combo when it otherwise wouldn't be possible. The meter burn lightning strike does way more damage than the regular lightning strike and can extend combos in situations where the regular version simply can't. And the meter burn aqua splash does more damage too, but it also comes out faster, which means it's great for ending combos where regular geyser just can't get out in time. And in fact, if you do the EX aqua splash, you're almost guaranteed 50% damage every time after those long combos I showed you previously. And believe it or not, I'm still not done talking about Rain's damage, because for whatever reason, NetherRealm gave him the H2O boost. And yes, this increases the damage he does. He's already the most damaging character in the game, but whatever, give him a damage buff for no reason. I'm not gonna lie, I love old NetherRealm. They really didn't know what they were doing, and as a result, we got some really amazing nonsense like this. I'm gonna apply the boost and then do a regular lightning exploit and see what the combo damage comes out to. Ooh, look at that, almost 50%, and like I mentioned earlier, the EX Aqua Splash would have absolutely given you that 50%. Now, of course, the issue is it does disable your block, which is very scary. You don't want to lose block in this game, but keep in mind, Rain can actually get armor with his super kick as long as he does the EX version, so in theory, you can apply the buff, dash in, do the armor, and absorb a hit and get your combo going that way. And if you pulled that off, the combo would look a little bit like this. Boom, and what we get? We're getting about 39%. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good for a raw dash up special. But I know what you're asking me, Underdog, what about the EX version? Yeah, it lasts for a much longer amount of time, which means you can't block for much longer, which ain't ideal, but it also means your damage increase lasts for longer, which means the combo damage is going to be much crazier than it already is. Oh my god, what is this gonna be? Something stupid? Oh my goodness, 62% for only 1 bar of meter. That is insane. Now, of course, the odds of popping this buff and then landing a raw jump in punch is very unlikely, but maybe you could whiff punish and get the combo started that way, or maybe the opponent does something unsafe, you dodge it and then get a punish combo instead and get your damage that way. I won't lie, it's very unlikely, but it could happen at the casual level. However, at any level past that, from intermediate to expert to tournament level, this move was absolutely absolutely useless and you never even saw it. And once again, that's because you can't block, and not being able to block in this game is a death sentence. So many characters have resets in their combos that lead to a guaranteed 60, 70, maybe 80% damage, and once you give up the block option, you're pretty much saying, go ahead, do your most damaging combo on me because I can't do a thing about it except try to jump away and avoid it, but at that point, why even buff your damage if you're just running away the whole time? At the end of the day, H2O boost is mostly good for combo videos, and that's about it. And speaking of combos, there is one crazy situation worth mentioning. If you play as Shang Tsung, you can do the Soul Steal, which gives you access to the opponent's attacks and gives you a damage buff as well, which means in theory you could take Rain's soul and then apply the damage boost and then do his optimal combo, and if you pull that off, you're doing 100% damage and then some. It's a touch of death combo. Or in other words, Rain's crazy damage comes at a cost, because if someone picks Shang Tsung and then takes your soul and does your combos, they're getting way more damage, and if they do the H2O boost, they're getting a touch of death combo which steals your entire life bar. As you can see, Rain is easily one of the most damaging characters in NetherRealm history, and sadly in Mortal Kombat 11 they took his damage away. Now thankfully his combos still look cool, they're long and flashy, but unless you use certain special moves, the damage is just never going to be there. And that's a real shame, but who knows, maybe there are players out there who still prefer the MK11 version of Rain. If so, let me know in the comments, and then while you're down there, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. It really does help my channel out a ton. And then finish that combo by subscribing and ringing that bell, that way you never miss a future video. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.